Properties of multiplication of integers. The first property is closure property. In closure property, we have the multiplication or the product of two integers. When two integers are multiplied, the product is lying in the set integers, right? Let us check. Let's say we have 2 into minus 3. What do you get? Minus 6. If you do 4 into 1, you get 4. So all these are integers. Let's say 0 into 12 or 0 into minus 12, you get 0. So all these are integers only, right? That means your closure property is true. Next is the commutative property. In commutative property, we say while doing the product of two or more integers, the order of multiplication is not important. That is, either you multiply first with the second one or you write down the second multiplied with the first one, your answer will be same. Let us check this out. 2 into 10, 20. If you do 10 into 2, that will also give you 20 only. If you want to do minus 1 into minus 2, that would give you 2. But if you do minus 2 into minus 1, that will also give you 2. That means the multiplication of integers is also known as your commutative one, right? It will be considered a commutative property. The next is the associative one. The associative property tells us that while you multiply, you are multiplying the second and the third integer first, and then you are multiplying the first one with the product of the two. Or what you do is you multiply the first two integers and then to the product of first two you multiply the third integer. Your answer will be the same. Let us check. Okay, let's take one example for this now. 1 into 0 into 6. On the other side, we will have 1 into 0 into 6. What are we going to get? 1 into 0 into 6 is 0. 1 into 0 is 0. On the left hand side we have 0, on the right hand side we have 0. That means this is also the associative one. We can conclude that the multiplication of integers is associative. The next is the multiplicative property. That means now for any integer to be multiplied with 1, or if 1 is multiplied with any integer, the answer would be that integer. We can check that with the examples. Let's say 1 into 100. What do you get? 100. If you do minus 2 into 1, what do you get? The same integer only, right? Please pay attention. While multiplying any integer with 1, we are getting that integer. Means if we have taken the positive integer, the answer will be that positive integer. If we have taken the negative integer, the answer will be that same negative integer. Even if you take 0 is also in the category of integers. Even if you multiply anything with 0, let's say this, you would get a 0 only. Clear? The next is the distributive property. In the distributive property, we have seen that it would be equal to multiplication of first two integers adding the multiplication of the first and the third integer. Let us check this out. Let's take the example 1 into 2 plus 3. It should come equal to the product of first two added to the product of first and last term. Let us check this. 1 into, what is 2 plus 3? It is 5. On the right hand side we would get 2 plus 3. Here we have 5 and on the right hand side also we have 5. That means this is also true. So we can conclude that the multiplication of integers is distributive. So multiplication of integers is distributive, it is multiplicative, it is associative, commutative, and is satisfying the closure property also. The last one is property of 0. That the case I have already discussed over here, that you multiply any integer with 0 or you multiply 0 with any integer, your answer will remain to be 0. So these are about the properties of multiplication of integers.